at IronTrap Garage, and today we're going to do a little discovery video on this 39 Ford Deluxe convertible sedan that we pulled out of the New England area. So we got this off the trailer, unloaded. It fought us a little bit getting it out of the property where it was sitting, but we got it back home. And like we always do, we're going to kind of dig into this car a little further, show you what we can find about the car, what's here, what's missing. We might be able to get the engine to run, we don't know. I do know that the engine spun over when we were pulling it out of the building. It was stuck in gear because we couldn't get to the gear shifter. And the engine did spin over while we were dragging it out, which is a good sign. So first thing we're going to do, try and get these wheels and tires off. Try and swap some better tires onto the wheels and try and get the wheels all spinning so that we can actually push this thing around and not have to use the tractor to drag it around the property. And then we'll dig in a little further and see what the engine is like. I didn't really check this car out too much because it was in a building where I had to purchase it kind of as is, and I made a deal on it where it was like, we'll pull it out, and if it breaks in half, I'll pay the same price. If it's better than expected, pay the same price. So far, there's some stuff that's worse than expected, some stuff that's better, and we'll really just see what we can do with this thing and how far we can get it in this this little video. So it'll be like a will it run and all of those types of videos combined in one. It's gonna be a lot of fun, so let's get started. That thing's practically falling off the wheel.
Well, hopefully that means it'll be easy.
Yeah.
You gotta love it when the wheel comes off easy. Ew. That's slimy. Oh man.
Restoration guys are already yelling because I'm putting staggered tires on. You're gonna wreck it. Beautiful original car. Could you go up like a pump or two? Just a little. Keep going. That's good. So we gotta get this dash in, so you can stand over there and reach your hand in just to help support it. We're gonna hang it. Sits right. Bend up a little bit. To get 3 in, I think we'll be good here. And then we can steer the car because we'll have a dashboard that's actually bolted in. You want to work the jack, Steve?
Mm-hmm. Moon's on the leash. What an insult. What a degradation. Ooh.
I was going to make sure it spun okay, but that's fine.
I'm a little ahead of you.
We are neutral. Ready?
Oh, fast. Like nothing.
Yeah. Considering what, an hour ago we were swimming with the truck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome.
All right, so we got the car rolling while we're moving along. The hood is not bolted down, I noticed, so I just had to set, oh, I gotta, maybe just, there we go. Okay. Over this way, and around the dog. Well,
New doghouse.
yeah. Now the engine bay does not look good.
Ooh, that's a lot of poop.
It's a lot of everything.
Mm.
Does not look friendly.
Nope.
It is a 3-bolt distributor.
Mm-hmm.
This was chrome.
That's very nice. Yeah, it's got a chrome lid on the oil cover, on the oil filter.
Let's take a look. It has oil.
Plenty of oil. Yep.
Now, it's got truck pumps on it.
Yeah, it's got the double pulley.
Oh,
The
wow.
water pump move.
Everything's turning. Ooh. And it's got the carburetor we have for the run stand on it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make it run! Yay! Air filter? Ooh, that looks sketchy. The wiring for the coil was just...
Oh yeah, it's just twisted together there.
It's like all these pieces daisy chained together.
Yep.
Oh no, look, it's a jumper wire.
Oh, even better. Well, that's a little better than just twisting them together, I guess.
So somebody was probably running this thing with, like we do.
Uh-huh.
We were not using... Is there a... There's a fire brick holding that, holding that battery.
Oh, there
up.
sure is. Oh, there sure is.
Custom.
Yeah, well, safety first.
Custom. I guess we will... we have wires on our setup, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, we can use our plug wires.
Now, do you think these plugs would even... Do we just see what happens with them?
I would just see what happens.
As little effort as possible.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay. It was loose.
Is there a gasket on there? Kind of.
Kind of.
You know it's good when there's spider webs down the ports.
As long as there's no mouse nest, I feel good about it.
Yeah, that's the worry. The coin system's all hooked up, so hopefully no mice got in there.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And it's got a button in it.
Get the heck
So
out.
this must be a later engine. Maybe it's a 59 AB and they put the early cam back in it.
Right.
But yeah, the button was half falling out. Oh, baby.
It did it.
Hold on.
It was even sucking the cap down.
All right.
It's got at least some compression.
So, spark. You want to check for spark quick with your inline thing.
Yeah.
And then we'll do the fuel thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's drawing power. So it should have spark. Ready?
Ready when you are. Yep. It just started.
Oh.
It just been started. It drew
That-
fuel through the carburetor.
All right, fuel tank.
Do you want to try the nurse tank?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oop, good. There you go. Close. Go ahead. Good.
We're getting so close.
Yep.
That's probably about the right spot for the choke.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hold the throttle just open a tiny bit?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Good.
Come on, baby. Damn. Getting so close. All right, so we got a little optimistic and tried to get this thing running the other day, and while it did cough and try to run and ran even for a split second, I think that we're going to check it out in a little bit, but I think that one of the spark plug, one of the cylinders or two of the cylinders or three of the cylinders might have some valves hung open or something's going on. We're gonna have to do a compression check. To be completely honest, we were just for fun. I mean, we didn't even pull the spark plugs out. You can see how dirty this is. So the fact that it even tried to start and run with it looking like it does is pretty incredible. So we're gonna pull the spark plugs, check compression, see if the spark plugs are even usable. Best case scenario, maybe one or two of the spark plugs are all crappy looking, and that's what was going on. And then we'll kind of go try and get it running again, or at least diagnose it. But I really jumped ahead because we were just excited pulling it off the trailer. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to work on cleaning this thing out. It's a total disgusting mess, and really even working around this engine with all this crap, literal crap, like raccoon poop and mold and all this insulation that was left in the car, and on and on and on. And then I also want to go through all these extra parts. This was all the parts that we found like in the car. This was an extra dashboard that I bought. I threw a gutted dashboard empty that we had bought that's for a closed car, but it still fits. Tell it's a closed car one because it's got the hole for the wind out windows, but for the windshield. But it got it in there. It got the steering column so we could bolt it in and it's sturdy, and now we could steer it. And I want to get all this stuff out, get it cleaned out, get all the insulation blown out, cleaned out, and get it a little more sanitary to work with, and then we can kind of evaluate the car a little closer and maybe see if we can get this engine running, or at least diagnose what's up with it. But already big progress just having some wheels and tires on it. We can roll it in and out of the shop, we could steer it. You know, that's big progress already today, or the past couple days. And surprisingly, all of the doors seem to work pretty well. Found some of the old horns. Some of this stuff is like so rough from sitting in the trunk that it's probably gonna end up being scrap metal. This one, the horn, the bell part of the horn actually just rotted right off, so this one's obviously just junk. This one is so pitted and rusted here, I don't think this one's really worth saving either, so these are probably going in the scrap bin, sadly. Don't need anything. You know, it stinks. It smells. So, did find the air cleaner. So we'll keep that around. It has an old Champion spark plug sticker still on it, surprisingly. We'll keep that in case we do get it running. Put that back on. Some brand new brake shoes, which are pretty decent. Looks like maybe a little animal nibbled on the corner of that one, but might be good. Who knows for a beater. Piece of an original radio, which I think is just junk. I'm not sure what this is, but I want to keep it in case it's specific for convertible sedan. I don't know, so even to copy it would be nice. And I found some of these. These are the armrests. Again, I think these are convertible sedan or convertible specific. So we want to keep these even if they're wrecked. The metal structure inside is good if it gets reupholstered. So learned over the years, anything, even though it looks rough, just for myself or the next person, it's good to have that stuff. So I think we'll clean out this side of all the grossness, insulation, and then we'll move to the other side. So we've already taken, I think we took 10, Mike was counting, it was 10 or 12 like trash cans, like stand up, I don't know how many gallon trash cans, but you know, waist height type trash cans. we took like 10, I think it was, of insulation and junk out of this thing just to get it good enough to put it in the trailer. So, and there's still a lot of junk in here. I want to get the big pieces out before I get the vacuum and blow it all over the driveway. It's like a cruel joke, a car filled with packing peanuts and insulation. Like, everybody hates when they get a package in the mail with packing peanuts. Nonetheless, ooh, that's cool. Old chrome shift ball. Nonetheless, a whole car filled with it. This is like one of my worst nightmares for sure. But part of the process. Not like those fancy TV guys that just buy it and then send it to their send it to a shop and have them clean it out, and then they come back and just drive it a few months later, a year later. I gotta clean up the shit, turn the wrenches, write the checks, do everything. So I gave Steve the easier, more fun job of changing the jets and the T today while I'm doing this. So I want Steve to come back, so I avoid giving him some of this work all the time. Actually, you want to run the air thing near where I'm blowing? That might catch some of it. Put it like this. Alright, so now that we got the engine bay at least cleaned out enough that we can see what's going on, we're going to pull each of the plugs, check them out, do a compression test, see what we got, and hopefully diagnose what was going on there with the no start, or not, wouldn't stay running. Oh wow, that plug was loose.
Maybe that's why it wouldn't run.
What?
Maybe that's why it wouldn't run.
I mean, it wasn't like finger loose, but it was snug. It wasn't tight. Definitely wasn't cranked down.
Got it.
Plug is a little rusty. Oh wow. It might just be really bad plugs. Who knows? Alright, well that one was about 0.
Oh boy.
So that is not good. Just watch that.
Yep.
If you can. See it right there, right at the top?
Yep.
Alright. Got one stuck valve.
Right, validated that theory.
Now, could you tap on it from right there? Is it gonna... Doesn't look like it. Just look at it. I can't see it.
No, there's nothing moving.
Alright, so that one's a problem. Number one.
Mm-hmm.
100 pounds.
Wow, it's even got decent compression.
That's pretty crazy. So we know that one's good. We don't even have to check the valve moving. We know it's doing its thing. We'll just wire brush the plug and.
Heck yeah.
That was one of the ones that was making noise.
Yeah, that was one of the ones that was popping for us.
Oh boy. About 75.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
Not perfect, but good enough, yeah.
Good enough to make combustion, I would think. I think I got it.
Okay.
That's the best one. Got 120 on that one, 125. So we figured out that we have one stuck valve on the number 1 cylinder, and that's it. Every other one was, we had number 6 was a little low. It was like 60 or 65. That was the lowest one, but I don't think that's enough to keep it from running.
Right,
so,
it should still fire.
So I think that number 1 being stuck all the way open, it was just keeping it from continuing to run. And the plugs were freaking really dirty.
Yeah.
Good, but really dirty.
Yep.
So, other than my one casualty of breaking the plug being a dummy, we're good to go. So we're gonna. I tried tapping on that one valve a little bit with a brass punch, very lightly, and it didn't seem to move. So I think we're gonna need to. I think we're gonna start by pulling the intake. See if we can get some heat on that seat, or I mean a guide, and see if we can get it to break loose. I was a naysayer. Steve was like, before we pull the intake, let's try it again with some Croil. I tried hammering with a little brass punch.
Yeah.
And Steve sprayed some Croil, tapped it just a little bit, and I know it's probably almost impossible to see, but that valve is now shut. So let's compression tester, see if we got compression.
Crank it over a couple times, get it to move on its own. Just
Okay.
crank the engine over for a second,
Okay.
see if the valve will go up and down.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yep.
You're the battery man there.
You ready?
Yep. It was moving up and down. I don't know if it was going all the way or not.
Okay.
But it was moving up and down.
Nice.
So,
I'm giving another tap, see if it...
well, it might be, it's not all the way up. It's almost shut all the way there. It was going up and down. I don't know if it was shutting all the way. It was hard to tell.
Right. Nope, now it's closed.
Okay,
Just hurry,
so
hit home.
yeah.
Yep. All right, let's take a look at that again. Ready?
Go ahead. I still don't know if it was closing all the way. It's hard to see, but it looks like there's. Try it again. It looks like it's up just a tiny bit.
Yeah, it does. Yep. Now it's closed.
Yeah, but it's closed more that time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just going to take that to clean up a little bit of it, whatever's on the stem there.
All right, go ahead. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, because before I could see compression leaking around the valve.
Oh, okay.
And that time I could hear it going thunk, thunk.
Nice. That would be freaking awesome.
And we forgot to mention this thing has, the coolant is basically like right at the perfect level. It's like right just here. So with these tanks non-pressurized, I don't know how this thing hasn't leaked coolant in all these years. Somewhere.
Right. Yeah.
So it even has coolant in it. That's crazy. Now I'm hoping it's coolant, not water. But
Right. Yeah.
I'm thinking it is because the radiator would be all cracked. It smells like coolant. The radiator would be all cracked here from freezing, I would think. But
Right. It would have cracked and leaked out.
yeah, you're right. So, all right. That's what we're hoping. That's our next. So many levels of disappointment with a flathead leaking.
Right.
All right, go ahead. I don't really get anything there.
Yeah.
Maybe it's still sticking.
Yep. Probably still sticking a little bit.
There it
Feels like it's on the can.
Oh, here. hold on.
Ready?
Yep. I got 50 there, so
I'll take it.
that means it's at least partially, maybe some more coil down in there or something will
Yeah.
get it open again. Is it open yet?
No, it's closed at the moment. Real close.
Can't tell if I'm flooding it or what's going on.
Right.
Go ahead. Come on, babe. That was
running.
The problem is our battery's getting a little.
Yeah, battery's starting.
I think it's just not getting the fuel down.
It does. Yeah, that's what it
Because
seems like.
I did that and it started to fire.
Yep.
All right, go ahead. Gonna have to go get the.
Jump pack.
This battery's been beat to death.
Mm-hmm.
And we just cranked it for compression how many times? Let me choke it full. Go ahead. Alright, well I just opened the throttle all the way and it tried a lot more.
Hmm.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Let's cool wires over there. You definitely run cars on this distributor, right?
Oh yeah.
With that remote coil thing?
Mm-hmm. Well, not with the remote coil. It's the first time we're doing that. But.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Is there a condenser that's not giving a good spark or something?
When we checked the spark the other day, its spark was really good. I mean, it was. Ready?
Yep. Are we filming?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what happened.
Is that the oil running over there right here?
Oh yeah, it's pouring now. We need a drain pan.
Okay. I don't know what that was, but it just randomly started and ran on its own. It said, just leave me alone
Pretty much, yeah.
and I'll run. Yeah, that actually idled.
Yeah, I mean that qualifies as running.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Might lose all our oil by the end of this, but
Yes, we will. We are going to pump it dry.
yeah. I would love to get it to run a little bit more and then,
Yep.
but then again, that was enough to say that it probably will run. We just got to get everything right.
Mm-hmm.
We could put plugs in that so that it's not leaking everywhere.
Yep.
And then
Right, yeah, we'll have to plug that off, and then we can run it for a little while.
I'd like to hear it run a little better, but. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
That's nice.
I don't know what happened, but it just decided to run.
Yep. Listen to how quiet that is. Holy crap. Yeah, good. Holy. Listen to how quiet that is.
I bet that there was valves still sticking, and they finally just freed up.
Yeah.
Listen to that.
Yep. That easily could be it. Oh my God. Listen to that.
It's like,
That's amazing. We got a nice flat-headed exhaust mill coming back there.
well, basically 2 or 3 days it's pulled out of a barn, sitting forever with raccoon poop and everything inside of it. And the thing is, literally, we just got to run it after some fighting.
It's amazing. Amazing.
something happened again. That was weird.
Yeah.
Because once I got it to clear up, it was great.
Yep.
So something. Okay, well, that was fantastic.
That was freaking cool as hell. We got plenty of fuel.
We swapped out the distributor because we had a feeling that our test distributor was giving some issues. So we just got it to fire and it ran beautifully. I just had the idle too high. So we're going to try and do this again. That was almost too easy.
Yeah,
so.
see if it'll do it twice in a row.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay, there we got ignition.
Wow.
That's great.
Okay, our distributor was a problem.
Yeah, definitely. That's nuts. Listen to that thing.
Like straight away.
That's nuts. Right off the choke.
Oops. I had it. That's incredibly low.
That's crazy.
That's just crazy. All right, so it just goes to show that if you let something sit for the weekend and you think on it, sometimes stuff works out. So at the end of Friday, Steve and I were super psyched because we got the thing to run for, you know, a couple of minutes, and all of a sudden it just started running like crap. It was like a switch went off where it was firing on like 6 cylinders. It would barely stay running, and we couldn't get it to stay running. And then all of a sudden, like a switch, it started running beautifully, and you guys heard it was like the engine was quiet, it idled, it was like insane, and all of a sudden it went back to what it was doing before, and we spent the rest of Friday fighting ourselves, and we kind of just gave up. And then over the weekend I was sort of thinking about it, I'm like, well, it was either sticky valves, which seems unlikely because if once you get the valves freed up pretty good, it's usually okay, or was it something where it was dropping out cylinders in the ignition system. And it's just dumb luck. We've used that distributor. It's a 3-bolt. So this engine, I think, is like a 59 AB, a 46 to 8 engine potentially. When we took the distributor off, we noticed that it had a 3-bolt distributor, like an earlier, like this car would have had a 39, but it had a little button in it that's used to adapt a early distributor to a later engine, and the 3-bolt timing cover. So we already know that this engine's out of like a truck by the pulleys and stuff that's on it, so we're guessing it's a later truck engine. They put the earlier distributor on just so they didn't have to change anything. So we put our 3-bolt distributor on, and something must have went bad since the last time we ran it on an engine on the engine stand. So I was thinking that through. We put a 59 AB on with a bolt pattern adapter from Harman Collins, and the thing, you guys saw it, it just fired up. Like this morning we were like, let's just give it a try. It's Monday, maybe something got better, change the distributor and see what happens. And it fired so fast, we were like, we didn't even know what to do. We were like, what the heck? So started it again for you guys on camera and turned the idle down a little bit, and the thing runs beautifully. So something, we'll have to take a look at that other distributor, but now it's running awesome. So super excited. What we're gonna do for the next video, if you stick around, in the next video, what we're going to do is try and make this thing lot drivable. We're using Big Red as a service vehicle. We got some lugs that we've put in the truck that we can jump start with. Now we're going to work on getting a battery that will sit in this car, maybe hook up some kind of ignition switch that we can shut the car on and off, and maybe use the starter switch or something in the car, which would be crazy. And I want to take it around the yard. We got to do that. And it's got coolant in it, so unlike a lot of these cars where we start them and they have no coolant and we run it for like 3 seconds, we could actually take this around the yard. So next year is going to be super fun. We're going to put it on the lift, try and get it to drive around the yard, and maybe even road drive. We will see. I don't know yet, but at the very least we're going to do something sketchy in the next video, and it'll be a huge hurdle gone over. So thank you guys for following. Really appreciate it. I hope you had as much fun watching this as we do resurrecting these old garage and barn find type vehicles. Thanks guys. Catch you later.